Alright, my name's Houston and I'm back this time with the little restoration video. And I just picked up these Playoff 13s for $18. And I'm gonna be restoring these. And I'm not really gonna be showing me doing it, the process of doing it, just because I only have this phone. I don't have a full setup to do all of that, but I'm gonna be doing a before and after. So here's the before. You can see that everything needs work. The suede is extremely faded and rough, so I'm gonna have to, I got some suede renew I'm gonna spray on there and, you know, soften up the suede. Laces are pretty worn. The shoes are very worn. They got creases everywhere, paint's missing off the front of them. They're extremely yellowed, very dirty. You can see the little, where the 23 is at right here, you can't see it at all. So I'm gonna have to clear that up. Take a look at the bottom of the shoes. They're extremely worn, but I'm gonna fix all of this. It won't even look like the same shoe when I'm done with it. Yeah, so I'm just showing you the shoes for before, what they look like before. See how the paint's missing off the front of them. Yeah, so like I said, they need a lot of work, and I'm gonna go ahead and do everything that needs to be done to them. First, I'm gonna scrub them down. Maybe take a few hours to scrub every bit of these shoes, and then throw them in a washing machine. And then I'll start doing, you know, putting glue where it needs to go, do the paint and everything. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be right back with the finished product. Alright, so here's where I'm at with the restoration. I already got them cleaned up and everything. Washed them twice, scrubbed them by hand, threw them in the washing machine, got all the dirt off of them. And I got the, you know, the midsoles back to white. They were completely stained. So I got them back to white. I put the sauce on them, put them in the sun. And they were still a lot of staining, so I went over them with a couple of coats of, very light coats of white. And you know, they're back to white. And everything looks good on them. Hit up to touch up the little scuffs and stuff that it had. Fixed up the toe box. You know, they were completely scuffed up. And I even fixed up the hologram. Cleared it up. You know, just get a heat gun, go over it a couple times. Let it sit so it'll cool off. Go over it again. I did it maybe 4 or 5 times. And it completely cleared it up without burning the little sticker in the back. And that's about it. I still gotta do 2 more things, and I'm waiting on my shoe glue to come in so I can do fix the heel drag here and reinforce some of the heel here. And then I'm gonna do an outline of the outsoles, add some rubber here. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is the re-glue. You can see the toe box is completely open. I already cleaned it up, got all the old glue off of it. And that's what I'm gonna do last. What I'm gonna do next is just finish the re-glue on the top. It's only up to about here, like the whole front of the shoe. On both of them, this one needs a little more cleaning. I got most of it off, but I'm gonna go over it again just to get all the little bits off of it. And then, you know, I'll be back when everything is glued up and the soles are fixed. So we'll look at the finished product in a minute. Alright, so the shoes are done. Everything's been repainted, leather's been reconditioned. The heel drag down there has been fixed. The hologram's been fixed on them. It's not fogged up anymore. So let me go ahead and explain what I did. We'll start off first with the heel drag. I used the shoe glue, and I have it here. So this is the tube that I used, and it comes out like toothpaste. You know how it goes like that. All I did was go around it, put put some like that, and then I got a Q-tip, an ice cube with a paper towel wrapped around it, so have some grip on it. And then you can mold it into whatever shape you want. I went along this edge here, so there's added rubber here, and in the back of the shoe. And I'll show you, you can see it there. So all that missing piece that was there is now there. And then I just painted over it when it's done. So it does have traction too. So everything's done with the heels. The sides, I removed the yellowing of it. The yellowing that was there. And then after I removed the yellowing, they were still very stained. So I did a couple light coats of white paint on there. Very light. So you can scratch it up and everything, it's not going to come off. And then the hologram here, I just went over it with the heat gun a couple times. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but it's not foggy anymore. And then just the regular other cleaning. Scrub them by hand maybe 3 or 4 times, and then throw them in the washing machine. Let them air dry, and then I went over the paint with the flat black Angelus paint. It leaves the matte finish, and it's a little bit semi-glossy, so it's not fully flat, because he's supposed to have a little bit of shine, I think. And that's what I did with these. And I re-glued all the edges here. It was all coming off. And what I did is I used an X-Acto blade to get into the little cracks and crevices here, because it wasn't fully unglued. Just the front part up here, the toe box was. But at the separation along the side, I just put some of the glue on a little X-Acto, on the edge of the X-Acto knife, and went over it. And then I redid the toe box here, put glue all around the outside. Well, first you remove the old glue, and then I went over it with this one was a paintbrush, a small paintbrush. I did all the front, and then the X-Acto knife along the edges here. And then just go over it a couple times like this with the heat gun to heat the glue up. After letting it sit for 5 or 6 minutes. Heat that glue back up, press it together. I use rubber bands and tape to hold it in place overnight. Let it sit there. After 24 hours, it's good to go. And here's the other one. This one was a lot worse. This one needed a lot more paint, and I did the paint job. I didn't have to iron it or nothing. They have creases and stuff, but it'll hold the shape. And this one had a lot of separation too. So that's pretty much what I did. Just, it wasn't that bad. I did the fix on this one too. I put some of the shoe glue where it was missing, where the soles were worn down a lot. So I did the edges on both sides here. Hit it again here. And then did the back, fixed the heel drag. You can see it is back to the shape it's supposed to be. So there's a missing piece here. I still have to paint that part, and that's about it. The little piece broke off, so I filled it with the shoe glue there. I just need an X-Acto knife and trim it down right here on the side, and it's just finished painting it, and then they're done. Yeah, so they came out pretty nice. $18 pair of somebody's lawn cutters, and after some work, they're back to wearable condition. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and I'll catch you on the next one.